Virgo, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. How are you all doing? My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do a reading for you for the month of July. I'm reading for you on Thursday, July 3rd, here in the States. We're about to go on a 3-day weekend, so for the 4th of July. So anyone about to take a 3-day break, I hope you enjoy yourselves. I hope this message finds you well. And I hope this helps you on the path, which I never say that. So maybe you came here I'm getting that there might be a crossroads, a big decision you're making. Some of you, this is around your work life. Feels like a career pivot, but let's see. I'm just picking up on that energy, or you've got a new project in the works, a new creative endeavor. Let's see. Oh yeah, 7 of Pentacles. I love this because this is the gardening. You know, she's hard at work, tilling the land, harvesting what she needs to harvest. This card for me, especially this year, has been our karma, and we reap what we sow. And I'm getting this feeling that, well, let's just see. I get this feeling that this is a really beautiful time of blessings and things coming to fruition for you, Virgo. Oh my God, the 10 of Pentacles. I was right. My gut was like, you know what? This is a beautiful time for Virgos. You could feel like you have hit the jackpot with something that you feel is going to stay in your life long term, or you're already in something that it's just like it just keeps running on its own. There's this energy behind this at this time in the month of July where you're feeling life's riches raining down upon you. It doesn't have to necessarily be money, folks. This is just feeling abundance and feeling there's potential for more abundance deeper on this path that you're on this journey that you're on. And it could have to do with family life. It could have to do with kids, moving in together with someone. This is long-term success. And if it doesn't have to do with family, this is about your career plans and what you're trying to manifest. Oh boy, you have definitely are in your earth energy here. Now we have the 3 of Pentacles. So some things are really coming together for you here, Virgo. It looks like for a lot of you around money, around stability and security, long-range visions, long-range plans. The people coming in, they hope you achieve that. This is about compromise and collaboration, forming new alliances, building, from the ground level up. This is foundational energy. So you've reached a point in your life where I think things are coming together for you in very profound and interesting ways. Some of you are coming together with someone and you're blending families. Some of you are, at the end point of raising your children and they're going off and graduating this summer. Some of you are coming into a big windfall of money. And this is where are you going to spend that money, or how are you going to build that dream? What resources do you need? You're definitely considering your resources here. Big time. You could be investing in something in the month of July. Opportunity. Queen of Wands. Wow. This is making you feel hella good. I will say this. This is feeling vivacious, full of life, enthusiastic. The vital life force we need, right, to be motivated on the path. So there's a lot of enthusiasm. Queen of Wands is, being an inspiring figure, walking into a room and feeling like people recognize your energy signature. The challenge, Queen of Cups. Okay. So you're being challenged right now to move through the world with a balanced energy. I feel like you could be feeling so lit up and fiery that you could be moving quite quickly or jumping to, next steps a little too fast. Perhaps. We're going to clarify, but I'm getting that, this is about creating balance in what you're building in your 3D reality and the energy behind that, and tempering it with a lot of self-love, a lot of self-care, and a lot of compassionate understanding with others. Okay. Near future. What? The Empress. Wow. There's a lot of beautiful divine feminine energy bouncing off of this. Okay. Whether you're a man or woman, if you're a man, you're attracting a very elevated woman or someone who's really in their divine feminine. And if you're a woman watching this, I would say you are really leveling up big time. This is very prosperous energy. So I see it being a very abundant, beautiful memories being made in the month of July, maybe even experiencing luxury. Maybe you're getting spoiled by somebody. The High Priestess. OMG. With the Nine of Pentacles. What on earth in the Justice? Okay, Virgo. What is happening in your lives? You must tell me, because this is very like, it's not just like nurturing and being open and receptive and feeling, you know, like you're walking through this gorgeous chapter of your life, but it's also deeply, profoundly spiritual and wise. I mean, this is using your intuition and feeling so strong in your sense of self. You're going through a major glow up period in your own confidence and your desire to create success, make success, right? Create success for you. Wow. You have your sights set on something that you know is going to stick around. And you're showing me, I got all the energy to maintain this. Whether it's your lifestyle, your work, and leveling up, it could be a long-term connection. I see how you feel either in a new arena in work or a new arena in love. And it feels good. All right. It looks good on you. I think this is a lot of work you've done on your spiritual path too, where you have reached, this karmic reward, right? This is karmic blessings energy. And the way it can impact your life and how you view yourself and how you view the world around you. You're shifting. Wow. There's a lot of beautiful energy coming in for you. Deeply spiritual energy. I like this a lot. Okay. Let's get some oracle messages now, shall we? Wow. I cannot believe this. This is like feminine power. Raw feminine power. You know, the Empress is Mother Earth. So some of you have strong careers in activism or conservation, working with the animal kingdom or plant kingdom. It's like your vibrational energy is really pure and beautiful and rich. It's like you're elevating in a beautiful energy here of balance. I'm getting this, abundance lately for me has meant on a personal level, just feeling good inside. And I say you are. Let's get some oracle messages now to complement these energies and see what's up. Talk about, this is confidence. Confidence, unmasking the ego. And we have the number 4. Wow. Something is coming into its fullness. It's like you're ripe with possibility, ripe with potential. Virgo. Wow, sovereignty. Ooh. Wow. There's some massive changes going on in your foundational structure. We go from 4 to 5. And, I feel like you've dropped a heavy burden, and it's because you've been discerning on the path. You have a very Libran energy, a lot of Empress energy. Look at all of the feminine energy in this. Holding on to, through perseverance and resilience, a more abundant life. Opening up your heart chakra, which I think you're working on right now, and balancing the heart and the mind, right? Watching out for your thoughts of perfectionism. I think you're releasing the anxiety of being the perfectionism in you, being so self-critical. You're basically cutting yourself so much slack now that you are going through a strong upgrade in your self-acceptance and self-worth. I see this beautifully. Again, so much beautiful feminine energy coming off of this. So if you are a male, I think you have a divine feminine alignment in yourself, and you are attracting that. If you are looking for a female counterpart, she is circling you, or you already have her in your life. And if you're female, I feel like you are really resonant with your value, your standards, your worth, and you are calling in more of that in the way things are being reflected back to you. All right, now let's go deeper. A lot of independence here, but it's almost like discernment and your own sovereign will through the pathway of, it's almost like you're now choosing the path of least resistance. And you might be coming from a path where there was a lot more inner resistance, and that reflected in your outer reality. And the more we really drop these interior walls and we accept parts of ourselves that maybe we had a difficult time accepting, things soften. There's this really beautiful, soft, open energy. Yeah, I think that it's like you've gone through some sort of recent, it's probably been at least 3 months from this, but there's been, or around 3 months, some of you 3 weeks, with the Three of Wands and the Ten of Swords. You've put some distance between you and something that came to a close, and some sort of pain that you were trying to resolve in the recent past. And you're coming out of that. Ten of Swords, Three of Wands. You've been rebuilding your sense of self after having to let go of something pretty impactful. Whether it was a betrayal or some sort of loss, you're now turning the page. There's a lightness in the air for you and a softness. I like it. There's a real vulnerability coming through here. High Priestess, Page of Wands, and the Temperance. Wow. Wow, Virgo, dare I say, you have reached a beautiful level of maintaining balance in your body, mind, and spirit. And that's what you're after now. You're dialing in, the way you care for and nurture your body, dialing in the way you care and nurture your soul, dialing in the way you care and nurture your thoughts. And it's like some of you are really being pushed or called to utilize some of your spiritual gifts and applying them in your career. And it's almost like you're really being like, Spirit's like, it's time. It's time to really deepen into this part of you and use it to rebuild yourself and rebuild your world. Three of Pentacles is underpinning this High Priestess energy you have in your future. It's almost like the more you go towards your spiritual gifts and talents, your intuition, your inner knowing, your sixth sense, the more financial abundance will come to you. Like literally go where you're led and guided. And some of you are actually using your intuition in your career. And this is almost like a long time coming. It's like you're now ready to harvest your talents and skills and abilities. And it's like you're going through a major glow up. This is like probably one of the biggest glow ups of your life this summer, around you stepping into your divine feminine power. And powder your face while you do it. Oh my God. And again, if I'm speaking to anyone who are male identified, this is really softening and being more vulnerable and honoring the things that you're feeling and sensing, and being patient with yourself and going towards something that you're deeply attracted to, wanting, desiring. The High Priestess energy is within us all. It's summoning that moon energy and moving through the world with our emotions intact and honoring what's coming up. It's like, I feel like they're dispatches from the universe and dispatches from your higher self. Are you receiving the signal? Are you paying attention? Are you dialed into it? And you're saying, oh yeah, I'm not only dialed into it, I'm helping other people dial into it. And that's the shift you're making. You're moving more, a lot of you, towards a spiritually based profession, avocation, instead of just like a hobby. All right, Queen of Wands. Because I see you actually attracting more financial security using your spiritual gifts here. Wow. Ooh, you got interesting things. You're moving away from a broken heart and you're moving towards an open heart. Big time. Ace of Cups, Three of Swords, Six of Swords. That's the Nine of Swords. So I think you're coming out of this energy of worrying about love, worrying about, loss, heartbreak, hurt, pain. And you're moving away from it. It's almost like, the more you deepen into your own self-acceptance, honoring every aspect of yourself, not carrying the shame around parts of yourself, and some of you, it's your spiritual gifts, being ostracized or feeling different, feeling unique. It's actually your life's riches is in your level, how deep you're willing to go in your level of self-acceptance, and how much you're going to practice self-love. I feel like you have someone giving you their heart. This Ace of Cups, they're emphasizing this. Someone's got their heart open to you. And they're saying here, it's someone who's kind of timid and like, they might have like I'm getting somebody who's timid around love, but wants to love you deeply here. As this Ace of Cups is being offered to the Queen of Wands. And beside the Ace of Cups is a Three of Wands with a Six of Wands. So I feel like you have somebody who's had to leave a lot of situations in the past that hurt them. And this could be you as well. Okay, it could be both of you. But I'm getting somebody around who might have like a a very short trigger around feeling abandoned or rejected. And they've been working on it. And I think the more you're open to this person, this is your opportunity in July to keep opening. And if you do have someone around you, I think it does resonate, I think a lot of you, with someone who might be a little afraid of staying power, right? When it comes to the beginning of love and seeing a long term. This could be you as well. Like, you may feel worried about seeing something on the long term scale because of some things that were short lived, right? Missed opportunities, things not working out, having to abandon things. I almost feel like you're moving away from heartbreak, but moving toward self-love and receiving love. And we have the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. It's almost like when we're moving into opening up our hearts to somebody and there's a lot in there, right? Like, this is what hurt me in the past. This is, are you going to take care of my heart? Because I got a big one, and you're showing me, because you have the Ace of Cups attached to you, Queen of Wands. Let's look at this Queen of Cups. Ooh, the Devil. Wow. Okay. So, like I said, there's some stuff in there. All right. We have the challenge this month could be around wounds. Okay. Triggers, wounds. I'm seeing that this is something that you're actively working through. It's almost like, when you open up your heart to somebody new, or they're opening up to you, and there's old pain in there. So there's this fear, right, around, like, if I show you all of me, are you going to run away? If I show you who I really am consistently, and I really want to invest in this long term, are you going to just disappear, right? Is this going to just end before it begins? And you got to be careful with those feelings and thoughts, because anything that you are vibrating in energetically, and if you're in a fearful state, it's going to attract more fear. So that's why this is a challenge position. It doesn't have to be this way. So Virgo, if you have fear around really opening up your heart and loving someone, actually, some of you, this could even be a mother figure and trying to heal a mother wound, because Queen of Cups does represent the mother. We have Empress energy. This is mother energy. Some of you are working through some issues with your mom, or in your ability to mother self and reparenting self and getting through some of the denser, deeper layers that you've had to almost close off in order to function, in order to move forward. So I do see that you're being challenged to look at some of your wounds in the month of July around self-love, and also around giving love, and the fear that can come up. So I actually don't feel like you're going to, I think you'll notice it, but I'm not getting that you're going to struggle with it, because you're coming out here in the Empress energy in the immediate future. I think you're aware of all this. It's like, I'm not going to let the fear of heartbreak or the fear of loss or rejection govern how I open my heart, which means you would open, close, open, close, open, close. And that's going to create drama. So, and I think you either have been in connection and you're working on this, or you're in a new connection, or you're calling in something like this. And it's up to each one of us when we open up our hearts to actually, in order to let love in, it's to not to erase the fear, to recognize when it shows up and not feed the fear. And I think that's what you're doing. You're being patient with yourself, and you're opening up slowly. This is also, if you want to relate this to your career, fears around the competition and feeling like, do I have what it takes? Don't be hard on yourself with whatever it is you love to do and what you're trying to build. Let's look at this Empress energy. You have sovereign will here. It's about your discernment, and if you're willing to just keep pushing through the fears that come up and the worries and the insecurities. Yeah. Deeply healing. Wow, Hans. I love it. You're really going through a beautiful period of healing and honoring self, nurturing self. Wow. I think this is like when, things come up, which they're going to inevitably come up, but you're not running away from it. Maybe in the past you did, or maybe you're around someone who used to run away from problems. And now you're actually, this means something to me, whether it's, not addressing what you really want to create in your career and procrastinating and putting it on the back burner. You're actually applying whatever it is the pressure valve is around you wanting to flee. you're actually not running away from, because of fear towards what you want to nurture. You're healing the part of you that maybe didn't give to certain things out of fear of failure or fear of loss. And I think you have someone around you doing the same, because this is both energy, mutual energy. And it's interesting, this person showing up around you, they want to work well with you. They're very spiritual as well. Okay. There's something around two energies being blended together and being patient in a new beginning, and making sure that you both work on your spiritual development, your spiritual core, your healing work. There's a spirit of generosity, of giving to yourselves and coming out of any type of imbalance, making the choice. This is about making sure you give to yourself in your healing when it comes to creating stability. I want to go into this High Priestess, Nine of Pentacles, and Justice. Ace of Swords. I love it. It's like you're learning how to maintain happiness and fulfillment. There's almost like you're almost being stubborn about it. Like, I'm holding on to this. I have a lot of clarity on the path. This Ace of Swords is look at Justice. It's like you've poured through enough of your life lessons, and you know how to heal on such a deep level now, that when things start to get a little bit off balance for you, you dial back in. You tune back into you. This is when you know you can handle anything that life throws at you. And you're not only going to take it, you're going to recover much faster. This is the healing path. It doesn't mean you just bypass problems. You actually, you go through it, but in a more conscious, deliberate, intentional way. And I see you doing this. So when it comes to creating and achieving more balance, you're being really protected here, divinely protected. There's something around your career that is going to take you from almost like a rags to riches. And I don't think it'll happen overnight. I predict that in the next 9 months, you're going to go from a certain amount in your bank account to a big amount in your bank account. If you not abandon the things that you really want to build in your passionate desires here. And all it takes is for you to open up to the universe, right? And remove the fear and the delays and obstacles and the challenges that have almost thwarted you in the past because of old wounds. And you've been healing them. You're like, no, I deserve more. I deserve everything life has to offer. And I'm going to co-create that. And I'm going to believe in that. You're basically changing, your belief system around what you think is possible for you, Virgo. And this is big work. Synergy and surrender. One more. Miracle. You've been getting this lately. I'll tell you what, you're moving into almost a miraculous timeline because you're aligning with a higher frequency. And this comes by way of doing the work. I'm telling you, this is at our disposal at any time, these energies. And you know this. It's like you're dialing in, you're tapping in. I think that this month has a lot to do with synergizing with another energy and creating miracles, co-creating together. It could be a business partner for some of you, could be a new lover for others of you, but this is healing love, and it's allowing you to nurture yourselves independently. So when you come together, you have a lot more to share. This is not codependent love. This is sovereign love. And how much, I actually heard this yesterday, holy love. There's karmic love, and we learn all the lessons, and it's beautiful and it's painful. And then there's holy love. And I'm getting that you have created holy love for self. And now you're creating holy love with another. Because this Temperance card, it's being patient as you open up and you rebuild your world and you're being guided to, right? With your High Priestess. And then you have your High Priestess here in the future with clarity and justice. With so much fulfillment coming in, 9 of Cups, holding on to that fulfillment, 4 of Pentacles, but coming from feeling lack, right? I think you're coming out of loss and lack and maybe even a tad bit of victimization, and you're healing that and you're coming into balance and you're stabilizing, and you now are being nurtured because you nurtured yourself. Let's read these frequencies, and then we're going to read some more oracle messages. We have 33, 39, and 41. So we have all of this 3 energy. It's interesting. I was walking this morning and there were 3 deer that came out and ran right, not far from my plane of view. And it was just this gorgeous moment of like grace. So, and with all of this feminine energy, I can't help but think that You're being graceful with the dance of life. You're being graceful with your energy. You're being graceful with others. And it all comes from self-acceptance and self-love and self-care. It all comes from self. The frequency of miracles supports our belief in ourselves as a part of source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible. It's a miracle. You are living in a miraculous timeline in July. And I think the biggest thing you're working on is loving the parts of you that you used to fight against and healing those parts so you could synergize. Yeah. The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace that the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. Yeah, some of you are creating new projects, new concepts around the way work is done. I feel like you're working with other people. Some of you have really incredible collaborations going on in your work life, and you've got new people coming in, and you're not going to, it's like you're abandoning the fearful thoughts that used to keep you from taking risks in life. All right. And you're surrendering here. The energy of surrender supports us to let go of illusionary control and yield to the flow of love and life. Yeah. You are letting go of control. And I think it was when we have control or want control, it's because we're afraid. And I think you're conquering fear. That's what it feels like. And you're being very discerning about who you nurture and what you nurture in the month of July. I see this as a very healing month for you, Virgo. I like it a lot. We have 39, 10, 11, 12. That's 3. We have 3, 3, 3, and 5. So you could see 3, 3, 3 all throughout the month as a sign that you're on this higher timeline. It's interesting. Who just had this? Cancer. Some of you have Cancer in the moon or nodes because we're in Cancer season. So I feel like this season, right? This Cancer season, you're experiencing the greatest love. It comes from self-love. I just read this yesterday. I'll read it again. But this is the path, folks. So look at the bottom and what it says. Oh, God, it is. It's about you're healing your heart. Your heart is healing, Virgo. It's a miracle. Engage the heart to heal. And this is doing, creative projects, art, drawing, dancing, music playing to heal. Like you're going deep into your heart and you're saying, what will you have me learn about the path you've been on? How do you want me to treat you from now on? It's like you've made these new standards for what you will accept from others and what you will accept from within yourself. And since you shifted that, almost like this whole new paradigm of thought around self-love, is you're now experiencing greater love with your life. All right. And then we have the octave of 11, which is a very high frequency. I feel like you have like a spiritual partnership coming in, Virgo, or already are in a beautiful partnership that's going through a very huge shift at this time where things are really balancing out. Whenever I see justice and temperance in one reading, especially with the Six of Pentacles, you have other energies that are really supporting your growth right now. And it's amazing. This is a powerful glow up. All right, we have the metal ox pillar encourages you to believe in the power of love. Whether it's self-love, family love, romantic love, or love for all beings, love in its pure form carries one of the highest frequencies that can help heal our pains and ultimately lead to inner joy. Yeah, this is inner joy. 9 of Cups. This card is an invitation to tune in to that high frequency and experience love that comes from within. Start practicing loving kindness toward yourself to align with the love energy and allow your inner light to emerge. Metal is the element associated with planet Venus as a symbol of the goddess energy. Venus is beautiful, enchanting, and powerful. This is why all the feminine energy came out in the very beginning at the base energy. She knows when it's time to turn on the charm and when it's time to replenish and heal. The deeply spiritual patient ox, a yin earth sign associated with Mother Earth, is always in tune with what her body needs. Hidden yin metal in the ox inspires us to shine our best, while hidden yin water reminds us there is more wisdom when we look deeper within. Yeah, you're going deeper. In the beloved Chinese folktale, The Cowherd and the Weaver Girl, cosmic fairy Zimu comes down to earth and marries a cowherd, Nulong. When the goddess of heaven separates her from her lover, heartbroken Xinu becomes the star Vega, one of the most significant stars in Taoism, while Nulong transforms into the star Altair on the other side of the Milky Way. What's really cool, and I read this yesterday, Some of you have strong Cancer placements, or you're dealing with someone who has strong Cancer moon, Cancer rising, Cancer sun, Cancer nodes, North Node or South Node. Something around Cancer season that's coming full circle for you around a connection and around partnership and collaboration and the healing of your heart. What's cool about this is Vega is their greatest love. This fable is celebrated once a year on the 7th day of the 7th month, which is just in a few days, where both stars are finally together for one night high in the night sky. So it's almost like you could feel like you're finally together with somebody that has taken a long time. It's like a miracle. Wow, it feels emotional. I feel like you're like remembering who you are through connection. The tale serves as a reminder that love is the most powerful force, and cultivating it starts from within. Like a mirror, yin metal reflects what is. Honor the beauty that you see in the mirror. And hidden yin metal and yin water and the ox represents inner beauty and wisdom. Take time to nurture your spirit with self-love and self-care to cultivate these hidden gems. Exactly. So you're really synergizing in the month of July, deepening into yourself and the miracle of love, healing love, and how it can really transform and reshape your life. Virgo, I'm very happy for you all. It's not without fear, right? It's not without still having to do the work and look at the wounds, but I feel like you have someone who's really not going to give up on you. And I think that's what's scary. It's like if you've had people abandon you, you perhaps maybe were abandoning yourself by even choosing certain people in the past. And now you know, I think you're learning what real love is. Love of self, and then you meet it outside of you. All right, let's now get into the advice. Virgos. Wow. I love this reading. Very tender, very soft. Yeah. Passage of time. 8 of Pentacles. Get to work. Wow. This Hierophant. Some of you, you already know who I'm talking about. You're married. You're like, I've done the work. I'm ready to build something. This is also the work you're doing on your spiritual wisdom. I mean, with the Hierophant and the High Priestess out now, which is, your spiritual wisdom, spiritual law. Some of you are really using your divine gifts. This is awakening on the path. It's like you waited a long time to be on this pathway. This is going up the next level of ascension. Oh, conquering egoic patterns, conquering old cycles of fear and abandonment and loss. This is amazing. This is like you're saying, this is a long time coming, Jenna. 8 of Pentacles. It almost feels like once we hit Leo season, some of you are really feeling like I have found my person. If not, I have found my profession. And if not that, I have found the vibrational level where I'm okay. I will be okay because I've elevated and I know how to tap in, right? Tap in, tune in, and really embody divine wisdom. Overall, this is divine blessings, divine wisdom, and the strength of being gentle with grace, right? She's got this gentle lamb. This is befriending the ego, right? This is a powerful, powerful shift for you in the month of July. And I feel like it's really going to bleed over even more into the 8th season, okay? Because we have 8-8 with the strength card. Look at that. 8-8. And we had 9-9 in what you don't see coming here. Yeah, there's a lot of synchronicity here, you all, okay? So I feel like you're going to be getting a lot of signs, a lot of synchronicity in the month of July, right? You showed up in the Queen of Wands, and even underneath these 3 cards is the King of Wands. So, and the success and victory, all right? After, a lot of confusion, I feel like a lot of you have been going through a rebirth and in love. There's the Hermit with the Ace of Cups. Yeah, keep that heart open. You got this, Virgo. I'm very happy for you. This is, I want to say this is bloody brilliant. Enjoy this time period, all right? And happy weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Go out and have fun. All right, take care. Namaste.